So I'd just like to talk very briefly about processing refunds to parents to pupils in the private fund manager. So this is money going out of the system. However, it's important to be aware that we don't process it as a payment. The payment is something different. A payment is purchasing or paying for a service, whereas a refund is actually turning around or reversing an item of income. So to process a refund, if it's cash or checks, we go into transaction entry. We do not use payments, as I say, it's a different thing. We stay in the tab called receipts, which is where we process money received from parents, pupils, etc. And we go to the third tab across, which is marked refunds. If it's an account where there are pupils and we've actually indicated where the money has come from pupil-wise, we choose the relevant trip. We're not going to refund everyone, so we say no, and we don't want to refund an overpayment, we say no. We click on all, and as you can see, the list of all the pupils appears, and down the right hand side any payments we've already received. So I may wish to refund Sasha the £7.50 she's paid for after school club, or I might be refunding a couple of pounds of it, whatever it is. In the amount box I type in how much we're giving back to her. And then we're asked the cheque number. So if it is a cheque that we're writing, we of course enter the cheque number. If we're refunding from unbanked cash, we put the letter C for cash. So it's up to you, whichever way you're doing it, a cheque or cash, either a cheque number or the cash option. And if we choose this option here called cash, this takes it out of unbanked cash. So it's not a petty cash tin, it's an unbanked cash thing. So I'll leave it on cash. We click on finished, and as you can see it's now saying £7.50 of cash is going to be given back to that pupil. I click on bank it. It just confirms one last time that this is cash from your latest banking, and we say yes if we wish to continue. If you're using a petty cash tin, then bizarrely enough you don't put cash in. You might put some kind of petty cash voucher number in. So I might put 999 in that box, just to indicate it's coming out of petty cash. The difference between petty cash and unbanked cash is obviously unbanked cash is money that's still waiting to go in the bank that you've processed onto the system, whereas petty cash is when you operate a tin really as a separate little bank account. I'm going to pop it back to cash one last time. I click on bank it, I say yes, and as you can see we get a printout saying who it's to, what it's for, the amount and where the money has come from. And that processes it as a refund. If I were to now look at that particular student, and I'm going into transactions lists for this, as you can see in the after school club we've got the £7.50 cash that was paid, and then it's showing a refund cash up at the top here, and it's showing me an overall balance of 0. So actually that person has paid nothing towards their account at this point. So refunds through receipts and refunds, choose the account. If it's one that's got students involved, say no twice and pick the person that we're refunding. Put in the amount, put in the cheque number or C for unbanked cash. This time I'm doing a cheque instead, so I put a cheque number in. I click on bank it and it asks me which bank account I would like this money to come from, and I'm going to say it's from the school fund bank account on this occasion. And now we have a refund in for Miss K. And if I just go again into transaction lists and look up Rose K, there she is at the bottom, oh it's K Rose. And as you can see the original cash went in, and now a refund cheque has been issued, meaning overall she has paid nothing towards the ski trip, and therefore either isn't going or owes all the money again. If you want to look up all the refunds done, you can put in refund in the free text search at the top of the screen, and a list of all refunds ever issued will appear on the system. If you use an online payment system such as Parent Pay, Parent Mail, you will process any refunds through their system. And when you do the link with Parent Pay, let's say, those refunds will automatically appear here on the refunds screen, and it will just be your job to press bank it and choose the appropriate bank account. So that's how we process refunds, through receipts and not through payments. Thank you, bye bye.